Thank you, Mr. President. And I appreciate the remarks of all of my colleagues, and I recognize this is a difficult issue. I want to first thank the Mayor of Boston for endeavoring to address the challenges raised by the decline in downtown Boston's economic activity. And I also want to thank Senator Collins for insisting on waiting until we have real numbers before taking action on this petition. Numbers matter. Now that we fully understand that Boston taxpayers are not looking at a 33% tax increase, but rather a 10% year-over-year increase, it is clear that we should lay this proposal aside. I've always had strong reservations about this proposal to alter the rules in an ad hoc manner. Massachusetts has a long-standing framework of limits on local property taxation, and we shouldn't lightly alter that framework, which is rooted in our Constitution, in previous popular referenda, and in statute. Boston's going through a difficult adjustment. For the past couple of decades, robust downtown growth has allowed Boston to increase spending without heavily burdening residential taxpayers. Those days appear to be coming to an end. And over the next few years, we will see, or we're very likely to see, a continuing shift in burden towards residential taxpayers. No one has proposed to permanently prevent that shift, and we simply can't, simply shouldn't. As it turns out, though, this year's relatively modest proposed tax increase, or necessary tax increase, appears to be, in light of what's coming, a reasonably phased step in a painful process. So, Boston needs to set its tax rates for fiscal 2025, and I feel that we should end any uncertainty and formally set this bill aside so that the city can move forward and know that they have to set their tax rates without it. At the same time, I do feel concern for the city's most vulnerable low-income homeowners and feel that the city does have resources that it could precisely target to those homeowners, and I would be happy to work with the mayor and my colleagues to that end. Other communities do often face third quarter tax spikes due perhaps to the passage of an override, happens from time to time, and general legislation to allow carefully targeted relief in the third quarter spike situation is something that I believe this body should consider, and I will intend to offer for next year. So I hope we can put this behind us, and I thank you, Mr. President.